Hello! In this video we're going to talk about how to use a travel trailer. Let's walk around the outside and I'll show you how it works. Okay, up here in the front we have propane tanks and we have batteries. To turn the propane tank on, you just open the valve by unscrewing it. You want to make sure all your connections are tight. If you smell propane, you want to turn them off immediately and find out where the leak is. The propane tanks typically feed into a regulator, and on the regulator there's going to be some kind of switch. This one just slides. You slide it towards the tank you're using. We've got this tank on right now. Some regulators don't have a switch. You just choose the tank you're going to use by turning it on or off. These are the stabilizers. You'll find one on all four corners of the trailer. You can use them to level the trailer, to sturdy the trailer, make it a little more comfortable, a little bit safer, and the fridge works better when it's level. You just simply use your wrench and it goes down or up. This is a storage compartment. You just use the thumb twist. In here you've got a white hose which you use for your fresh water. You've got a green hose for rinsing out your septic tanks. You've got a dump hose in the plastic bag for dumping your holding tanks. Chocks to go under your tires to keep the trailer from rolling away. That's always bad. These are the tires and the wheels. You always want to check your lug nuts before you move the trailer. Make sure they're tight. This is the 110 volt electrical connection. You lift the lid, pull it open, and out comes the cord. You can plug that into an outlet at your house, a campground, or into a generator. These are your holding tank dump valves. They just go in and out by pushing the lever. You want to watch our video on dumping holding tanks for more information. This is an outside shower. Hot and cold water. Rinse the kids off before they go in. This is the water heater. Most modern trailers are going to have a DSI water heater, which means it has an electronic ignition. You just flip a switch on the inside and it lights the water heater if you have your gas on. It takes about 20 minutes to get hot water. This is your water fill here. You just twist the cap, stick your hose in, and fill up the water tank. Most modern trailers will have about a 50-gallon capacity on the water tank. This is the city water connection. You can connect your hose directly to it. It bypasses the pump and the tank and pressurizes your system. This is the awning on a travel trailer. We don't let people use the awnings because they're very fragile. You're probably going to break it, or you're not going to put it back up right, and it's probably going to blow off as you're going down the road, which would cost you a lot of money for us to replace it. This is an outside outlet. You can plug your stereo in here while you're sitting out here having your little party. This is the vent for the furnace. This is where all the exhaust blows out. This is the step under the entry door. It pulls out and then it unfolds, making it easy to enter the trailer. This trailer has a large dinette in the front, which makes a queen-size bed. It has a sofa bed in a slide-out. That's a manual slide. It slides out about 2 feet, giving you a lot of extra space inside. Heading towards the back, we have the fridge, and we have 2 bunks for the kids or adults. On this side we have the kitchen, and in the back we have the bathroom, complete with a toilet, shower, and a sink. Okay, to make this into a bed, this table has legs that just come off. They fit into little sockets, both on the floor and on the table. And then it slips in between like that, and you use these other cushions to fill it up. Sort of like that. And now you've got a very large, comfortable bed. The slide out has these manual brackets that you just simply unscrew. They're just wedged in there between the wall and the edge of the slide out. Unscrew them, pull them out, and now the slide out can go out. On a manual slide out, after your brackets are released, you can just simply push it out and you get about 2 more feet of living space. Okay, the fridge is here. This is a Norcold. There are basically 2 manufacturers of RV fridges. Norcold and Dometic are the main ones you're going to see. They're all automatic. This one, you just turn it on, and then you have a selector. You can select the mode, either 110, LP gas, or automatic. If it's on automatic, it's going to look for 110 first. If 110 is not there, then it will look for LP gas. Very simple. If you get an F on this little panel here, it means it went out, and you have to turn it off, which means holding the on off button for a second. It goes off, and then you just turn it back on. This is a Dometic fridge. The controls are a little bit different. There's an on-off switch. You turn it on. If you want it to gas, you want that button out. If you want it on automatic, you push it in. On automatic again, it's going to look for 110 first. If the 110 is not there, then it will switch to gas. If the check light comes on, that means it went out, and you have to turn it off and turn it back on again to reset it. This is the control panel for the furnace. This one has an on-off switch on the bottom. You have to turn it on and then set the thermostat. It's going to light. It takes about 5 minutes to get warm. Be patient. Many RV switches don't have an on-off switch on the bottom. You have to bring this all the way over until it clicks, and that shuts it off. This is an RV toilet with a hand flush. Hand flush means that you just bring this lever back. It opens the drain in the bottom, and it brings water in to flush it. This is the tub and the shower. Just like in your house, you have hot and cold water. You'll have probably just about as much pressure as you have in your house. The only difference is you have a limited water supply, so you really don't want to take 5-minute showers. Plus a 6-gallon water tank in the hot water heater will only give you about a 3 to 4 minute shower. This is the stove and the oven. This one has to be lit with a match. Many trailers have automatic ignition. This is the switch for the hot water heater. You flip it to the right, the light comes on, and it goes off once it's lit. If the light comes back on, you have to repeat. This is the furnace. In this trailer, it's not ducted. This is a 20-foot trailer. A ducted furnace really is not necessary. All the heat comes right out the front there, and it will heat the whole trailer. Up here in this cabinet, above the dinette and the queen-size bed, there is a bunk. This front panel releases by pulling these out on each side, That folds down, and you have a mattress in here that will fold out. There is going to be about a 150-pound limit on these style of bunks. Do not put more than 150 pounds on them. This is the air conditioner on the ceiling. It's fairly straightforward on the controls. The trailer's not plugged in, so I'm not going to show you, but you're just going to start with low. You want to turn the fan on first, let it get up to speed, and then go to low cool, medium, and you can eventually bring it to high. It's just really hard on a generator if you go straight to high cool. This will adjust the temperature. Air conditioning units are usually mounted on the roof of a trailer. They only run on 110 volts, which means you need to have your trailer plugged in at a campground, or you need to be using a generator. This AC is 13.5 BTU, which means you need at least a 4,000 watt generator. Okay, the lights on most trailers and RVs are all 12 volts. They all have their own switch. There's usually a switch for another light by the doorway, which turns on the light with the switch. This one doesn't have a switch. Here you'll find the converter. This has your breakers and your fuses. It also has a battery charger built into it. When the trailer is plugged in, or if it's connected to a generator, the batteries will be charging. Many people ask, how long will your batteries last? And the answer to that is that depends on how much you use it. If you're just using lights and the fridge and the water pump and turning your water heater on daily, you could probably use 2 good 12 volt batteries for a week. Up here on the tongue connects to a ball. This trailer uses a 2 5/16 inch ball. The two most common sizes are 2 inch and 2 5/16. You want to make sure you have the correct size ball. Once your trailer is connected, this goes forward. This one's a little icy, it should go down, and it doesn't want to. Anyway, that would go down. There's also a hole here you can put a screw through if you want. Makes it a little more secure, but these hitches are amazingly durable and heavy duty. I've seen trucks and trailers roll and the hitch never comes loose. This is the trailer end of a 7-pin connector. The truck end looks like that. That just connects into there. If your truck is wired for it, it will charge the batteries while you're driving. These are safety chains. Most state laws require safety chains to be connected to the vehicle. It's also a good idea. There is a breakaway switch which is connected to a cable so that if it does break away from the truck, the brakes will come on momentarily and stop the trailer. It's best to make sure your trailer is not going to break away. Okay, 2 more things. You want to make sure your jack stand is all the way up. You don't want to drag it and break it. The other thing is, the height of your ball needs to be so that the trailer is level. If you try to tow it with it really high up, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the rear axle and leaf springs, and it'll probably break them. Okay, that's a quick overview of how to use a trailer. Motorhome's very similar. I hope this helps, and good luck with your camping trip.